Doesn't look like it's gonna. It's not that hot today. This is the first time at the hood. There's a lot of noise. Can't see. You know why? Let me see. Yeah, it's hazy out here. I can't even see my. So I've never been back there. Doesn't let as much over there. Let me see. I have to be outside. I can't stay inside. It says if you want to get stronger, deny yourselves of the things that used to make you weak. But I gotta take a walk. I can't just sit in the house all day, every day. I can't do it. I gotta go out and get some air. There's a lake right over there. It's my first time coming around this corner in my neighborhood. Nothing but houses, so you can't really see much. But it's the other side of my street. Really not much to see. There's a pool, but I don't know where it is. I've only been here 21 days. Coming on a month. And this is my first time coming on this side. And as you can tell, it is very quiet. It's an open field. Suppose where all the, I don't know what they call these, but I think they're like, so if you see in the corners here, that's where the sewers open up at. So if there's like, this will literally turn into a retention, that's what it's called, a retention pond, where all the water from, say, the sidewalks, if it's flooded, would go in here. That's a lot of water. And that's just one. There's a bunch of them all over the whole neighborhood. So boom, that's the neighborhood. That's some of the neighborhood. I still don't know where the pool is, but there is a pool. Today's a little cloudy, a little hazy. Not like normal, where it's super duper hot. But I just had to come out and take a walk, man. I can't. I was always out on the street when I was a kid. Not this kind of street. This street is nice and quiet. I don't even want to talk about it. Look at that. So there's nobody out. Everybody's inside. I don't know how it is in the afternoon, because normally right after work, I go night-night. I go right to my bed, which is right behind me if you saw my video. I'll wake up like a couple of hours later, do some things that I don't. It's windy. It's not windy like, whoo, but I'm sure you can hear it on the speaker, or on the microphone. But it's a nice neighborhood. It's quiet. It's clean. Very clean. And I like that. I gotta hydrate. I'm just gonna walk for about half an hour, just to stretch my feet, my legs. I just don't want to get lost. I'm not lost. I know which street I'm on. I don't walk in this neighborhood. This neighborhood is so clean. It looks like those neighborhoods that you would see, like it's brand new. Like all the houses are brand new. Pretty sure they're extremely expensive. And this is the kind of place that I didn't want to buy a house because they don't let you do what you want with the house. It's like living in the project, basically, but real expensive. Literally, like you can't paint your house the color that you want. And me, you got to get permission, and then with that permission, what happens when you when you ask for permission? You have to pay for it, right? But it's nice. I mean, for people who can afford it, good for them. I wouldn't do it. I would rather buy land and build off of that, which is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Because these people here, they may have money now, right, paying for this stuff, but that stuff runs out. Unless you pay for, you're talking about a 30-year mortgage, you're paying upwards from now, $2,000 or more. I guess I suppose of how much you put down. Ain't nobody putting down more than 10% because you'd be a fool to do so. Oh, here's a park. Oh, wait a minute, I think I know where I'm at. I think I was at this park the other day, but I don't know where the pool is. I'm gonna ask, because there's a pool. This is a really big, I like to call it a complex. That's what they normally call them out here, where there's basically expensive condos, and they're made out of, these houses are cardboard cookie cutouts. Cardboard cookie cutouts. I've seen them because I purchased one. And I will never do that again. I don't think I'm going to get the chance to purchase another house. But if I do, like I said, it's not going to be one of these. It's going to be, hopefully a homestead. It's what it's going to be. I'll buy some land and I'm going to learn how to build stuff. Maybe spend the rest of my life, whatever I got left. If I don't get there, hey, I made it this far. Look at these little birds. I love these. These are red crown cranes, I think they call them. Check it out. Let me show you real quick. Let me show you these pretty little birds. Those are the babies. Watch. Look at the babies. See? And look at the parents. They're big now. Look how big they are. They're almost the same size as the parents. Isn't that pretty? It's a pretty scene. So this is like a local park. I mean, there's nothing here, just like a couple of benches. That's about it. A couple of benches. Hello. Hi. Yeah, if you hit one of those things, you're getting, with the car, you're getting a big, I don't know how much it is, but those birds are protected by the state. So you can't hit one of them in your car. Even though they fly in front of your car, because it happened to me a couple of times. They flew in front of my car. But here, look, there's a little spot down the street from my house. And basically, it's just an empty lot with a bunch of benches. And here's bench number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one way over there. 8, 9, 10, there's a little doggy park over there. So it's nice to come walking. There's nobody here, you can see. I don't think anyone comes out here. Maybe the kids, because, the kids are off school. So maybe kids come out here, but look. It's like a big little lagoon there. It's a really nice place. I love it. It's quiet. I can't tell you the last time I don't even think I've ever heard a police siren in this neighborhood. No, I haven't. Again, I've only been here for 21 days. but it's really nice. There's a parking lot right there. A bathroom, public bathroom right there. Well, for the people who live here. So here's a benchy. Got some ants on it. I'm not sitting there. So it's a nice spot. It's cool. It's quiet. There's a lot of people who ride bikes out here. So I just came on to say what's up, get out the house, because I haven't been out the house in the last couple of days. I'm trying to deny myself the pleasures so that I can realign myself. Realign myself. I'm a realigner. But yeah, what's going on? It's lunchtime. I used to do this when I lived in Sanford. You guys remember that? We used to come on. We used to talk about stuff. What's happening? God bless. Love you so much. Well, come on, let's have some conversation. I got about. I can't see the time. I got about maybe 20 minutes, and I'll be out of here. I'll be back on tomorrow in the morning. Well, tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow morning. I got some stuff to do. It's pretty windy. So that means it's about to rain. So the rain is coming a little early. Normally, right now, it's super hot. So that's pretty nice that it's not. It's hot. I just don't want to get caught in the rain. So this is a nice little spot, nice and quiet. And that's awesome. I love that. When you're going through a transition in life where noise was part of your downfall, right? You had so much noise that you couldn't think straight, that you couldn't operate properly, because all that stuff are distractions, right? That when you realign yourself, or when you're finding that state of where you were prior to the chaos that occurred in my life, anyway. It's a pretty steep process to reacclimate yourself to being aligned with yourself, right? Because a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm lonely." You're not lonely. You're never going to be lonely. Father God, Jesus Christ is always going to be there for you. You're just not looking for him. You looking for. Somebody says, "You make me happy." You can never make anybody happy. That is not your job, and it's impossible. It is impossible for one individual to make another individual happy. You might help them get their rocks off, or be satisfied with something that they need, but making them happy, nah, that is impossible. Happiness comes from within. So if you're happy within, and that is obvious to others, and then they want that, right? Who doesn't want to be happy? Well, he looks like a happy guy. Could be that you're putting on a facade because you don't want them to really know that you're not really happy. But that's not what they see. Right? So they want that. And then what happens when you don't give it to them because you weren't really happy, so you can't give it to them? So then it's an illusion for both parties. And then that's where, because people want to be together in relationships to fill their lies and their truths, to be accepted, to be confirmed by others. That's it. Right? Once that's over, and then you're by yourself, or so be it, as you were, then you're in misery because there's no validation about what's going on in your own life from an outside entity, from someone else. Right? You hear? That's the mom or the dad, is it? No, it's the baby. Yeah, I think that's a mom and dad talking with the babies. So when you're involved in relationships, friendships, it's all volatile. It all falls apart eventually, and then you end up back at one. So you should be comfortable being by yourself, being lonesome, right? Being number one, because you want to share, right? You don't want to compare. You want to share, but it's impossible for you to share with someone else that doesn't know what sharing is about, right? A lot of people don't know what sharing is about. They don't know what that means. They're selfish. I love you first and foremost. Oh, you feel that? Look at just running across. Watch. There you go. There you go. See him? Look at that. That's beautiful. I think this is about to be some thunder. Oh, you hear that? Oh, that feels so good. That definitely feels good. Dancing leaves. So that's basically what I came out here to talk about. People have a misconception about what relationships are, what friendships are, you know, and that's because you've been trained that way, because you've been taught that way. Look at that. Isn't that cool the way they just slither across the field from being pushed by the wind? And you lose yourself in someone else's story, then your life and your death will be insignificant. Not just to, doesn't matter to them, but to you. You no longer exist. Ooh, look at that. See that? Isn't that pretty? So I guess that's what's coming to my mind right now. I just got a name in my head. Caroline. Don't know what that means. Caroline. Be free as the leaves you just saw pushing across the ground. So although in the Bible it says man and woman were made to come together as one, right? But then Eve messed that up when she started messing with somebody else, because that's what she was doing. And then Adam had to pay for it. Adam's still paying for it. But to come back at one after being involved in so many relationships, especially with a woman retains all that energy from all those relationships that she had prior to being with you. You know, all the men she was with, could have been 2 or 3, don't really matter. Depends on how the relationship went. She could have been married a couple of times, could have had a couple of affairs. You ingest that energy when you have sex with a woman like that, right? That's just what happens. And then if you stay with her and you liked it and she liked it, of course, right? Because it's, you know, you're releasing energy. But the more you retain your energy as a man, the more powerful you become. Because think about it, when you're with a woman, all a woman does is take. That's their nature. They give you life to take it from you. That's their nature. And your nature is to provide, to give until the death of you. But they kill you a lot more earlier because they insist on wanting and taking and wanting it. Because that's how they're built. That's the negative energy of the relationship. So, and I know that. I've been married 3 times. And I'm still alive. He's still alive, Norbert. He's still alive. So just remember that if you involve yourself with someone else, it's all an illusion to carry out, you know, the views of not yourself, of someone else, of a whole new energy. Once you involve yourself with another energy, you no longer are that singular energy. You become it's like compound. Curly girl. It is. See where you are. It's coming here. It's coming. I can feel it. And I knew that was happening. How are you? Yeah, they are. Yeah, I know. From June until, thank you for the like, from June until November. That's exactly how it is. Good to hear. I'm glad you're here in Florida. I hope you're having fun. Tell your parents Omni Cosmic says hello and God bless. That's good. I'm glad. That's really. It went by pretty fast because you said you were going to be up here a while ago, right? Like a couple of months ago, you said that. When I was in Orlando. I'm glad you made it. Have fun. That's pretty cool. You heard that? This is my first walk in the neighborhood, so I'm gonna head back. I just wanted to share that information. I listened to a philosopher with a lot of his philosophy I agree with. Nothing. I'm up. No, this is my lunchtime. I'm working. I'll go back. I'm gonna go to work. Playing a video game on Twitch. It's called Bloodborne. I hate the game, but I'm learning how to play it. Reading a book. Reading 2 books actually. And praising God every day. okay. Have fun. Enjoy. Enjoy. Have fun. Take care of yourself. So there it is. That's real stuff. For if you're around people all the time, it's hard to swallow, to understand, to take accountability for your own person, because you're not you when you involve yourself with a group of people or a person in any way, then you are no longer that individual. You're no longer an individual, right? You are a groupthink. You are part of that dynamic. And if that is a continuation throughout your whole life, if and when there will be a time when you're by yourself, then it is going to be a dark place. Some people commit suicide, right? Because they don't know how to be alone. They don't identify. They can't identify being alone, who they are, because they don't know who they are. They've been around so many other people that all those people tell them who they are, by saying things. That's why I said, don't be mean to people. Don't use sarcasm. Don't make fun of people, because those, they said when I was a kid, they said, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me. You know what I'd rather you do? I'd rather you break one of my bones than use a word to try and hurt me. Because words are spells, however you use them, whether you use them against me or for me. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. People may say that's magic, but remember, the Bible was created by the word of God. So if you are, wake up, let's have a session right now. So if you are an exact replica, or if God made you in his image and he made the earth and he made the planet and the stars by speaking, imagine what you can do. Come on. Put it together. You heard? Wake up. You already know I'm the cosmic in that house. Love your soul, not your role. Put Father God before you go. So at the beginning, read the Bible. I'm going to see if I get it so you can see what he says. The word is life. So whatever you say to anyone, to yourself, out of your lips, from your tongue, can either make life or destroy life. Remember that. So if you are around people who describe you in a manner in which either offends you or puts you in a predicament that you don't even know how you got there or how to deal with it, then they're casting spells on you, whether they know it or not, whether you know it or not. I'm telling you that's a fact. It is not a joke. It's a fact. So when people talk to you, mind what they say. And if they disrespect you, and if they make fun of you, you correct them immediately. And then eliminate them from your life. Now, you shouldn't be around people if you're living in God's, God ain't gonna let you be around people who's gonna treat you that way. It ain't gonna happen. You're aware. You're in God's righteous walk. So you're already gonna know their energy way before you even interact with them. That's how much he protects you. If you feel like you're alone, you're not. If you feel like, which is me, listen, I'm neither here nor there with people. They say I'm a misfit, and guess what? I fit where I missed by myself. Thank you for the likes. I gave everybody everything I had, every day, all day. But there came a point where God was like, hold up, you don't belong to them. They don't even deserve you. They don't deserve you. I gave them you. Oh, I think I walked into no, I didn't. I thought this was a dead end. Is it? No. Right? I gave them to you, and this is just like Jesus Christ. Father God gave him to us, and look what we did to him. Now, I'm not comparing myself, but the situation is the same. I gave you all I can give. You sacrificed it. You ain't getting no more. So whatever vampirism you was using, you're gonna have to find another fruitful tree to get it from. And then that's where those people, those parasitic people, fall short and then they die. Or, and I'm not saying that they die physically, but mentally, emotionally, they're done. They're paying for what they've done to you. They won't admit it. They won't. They never. They're parasites. But back at when I got a little bit deep there. Thank you for the likes, like, share, subscribe. You already know. Love your soul, not your role, you bird. And remember, words have power. It says it in the Bible. So whatever you say, whatever you hear someone else saying to you, and they're abusing you verbally, and they say things that belittle you, don't accept that. In any, not even in a laughing sense, because it's still the same, it still has the same intention to put you under a category that they want you to live for them. That's why I never call people out their names, unless, like back in the days, if I call somebody, say I call somebody a bad word, right, expletive, say I call somebody a bitch, it was because I wanted to fight. I wouldn't walk around calling people, and people do that to each other nowadays, just how they greet each other. You would get smacked in the face if you called me that back in the days. So it won't even be a fight. And I don't think, honestly, I don't think I've ever been called that by anybody until I started hanging out with these clowns, older people, just like me, out here in this, well, not in this area, but, and that's how they talk to each other. So, I can't do that. I don't know them, and I didn't know how to be assertive because I wasn't in Father God's time. Why I would just be angry and not talk to them. This person, disrespected me, talked to me like this, instead of me, because I'm pretty sure that they didn't care. But being extra sensitive, right? Because that's how I'm hypersensitive. So I stay away from that, right? I don't need to be correcting people on how they should be treating people. But maybe sometimes you do. That's why you had that situation with that girl that stabbed that lady, I don't know how many times, 26 times or more in McDonald's. She didn't just wake up one day and was like, yo, I'm gonna go stab this lady. She left the store, got the knife, came back to the store and killed her. There had to be some form of disrespect. I guarantee you. So I'm gonna say this again. Teach your children the Bible so that you won't deliver death to them. Understand that. It's that serious. If not, don't have kids, man. Because you're going to pay for their sins. You're going to pay for the fact that you created an entity, put it on this planet to be destructive, didn't teach it the Bible. You think that's a sin that you're committing. I did it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, we wouldn't be here right now though, right? Facts. So do yourself a favor. That went left real quick, huh? That's just how it is though. That's just how it is when you and Father got time, you get on this phone or this platform and you see people clowning. All they do is clown, dancing and doing idiotic stuff, which is cool. I like laughing. But sometimes, man, the things that they say and do ain't cool. But hey, I'm not holding it against them. It seems like there's a lot more of that. So I got to change my algorithm. I mean, I like, the cat videos and the funny videos, people falling. But, that's just, what's the name of that book? The Great Comedy? Yeah, people laugh, not to cry. I get that. But remember, if you're going through dark times, don't let it consume you. Don't let the darkness consume you. Don't let the darkness take away your hope. Don't let the darkness take away your grace. There is nothing wrong with you. You were made in God's image. You were made in God's image. So you're perfect. The world and its ideas, they want you to think to control you, is why you feel that way. My uncle loved natural. Theo Freddy, rest your soul. He used to say, feeling, or he said money, or like leaves on trees, just like feelings. They come and go, but what stays consistent is your soul. You bird love. Hit that notification bell. Bruce Taylor. Freedom of expression does push the boundaries. Yeah, that's cool. You could do what you want, say what you want, but there's always consequences for that freedom of expression, guaranteed. We all know that. Don't don't abuse the fact that you can open your mouth and talk. Be wise with your words. Choose what you say, who you say it to, and understand that everything you say and do has consequences. Taylor, hey, thank you for coming in. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm out of here. Love your soul, not your role. You already bird. Jesus Christ loves you.